Buddy Pod, baby. I'm a buddy, he's a dude.
And I'm a dude, and he's a buddy.
Jarrett Campbell, Danny Martinello, checking in.
What's going on? We're back in the mix, bud.
Buddy, it's been a minute. This is our first podcast that we're recording in almost a month.
In 3 weeks, yeah.
We bulk recorded podcast before Danny fucked off to Canada.
Before I left to the motherland.
The fatherland.
I went back to the motherland, and I saw what the people are.
Yeah, Canada, baby.
You know what, Jared?
Yeah.
I missed you, pal.
It's good to have you back.
Come on,
you know what, Danny?
I saw you. You were missing me in the twinkle of your eye when I walked through the door like Saint Nick on the 25th, dropping off a nice present in a red velvet bag.
This apartment 2R gets a little bit strange when you leave one of us in here for a long time.
It does.
Just me and the now confirmed rat that was under our sink.
Yeah, we had a rat. We were curious about it in the night cast, and then when I left, you showed me more pictures of these guys coming in, and then we made a ticket.
We did. We filled out okay, well, here's something that's pretty fucking funny. So we have to pay our rent through an app here.
Mm-hmm.
Through an app.
That's short for application.
That charges us $275 to pay our rent.
$275, and I'm pretty sure our landlords made that app.
Yeah, the app was designed by our landlord, and then we have to input our rent, which is already enough.
But
it's already enough.
If you don't want to pay the service fee, you can come in here and drop a check off. But the office hours are Monday to Friday, 8 to 3.
All coins must be counted.
All coins
That's
must be
literally
counted
a
before.
thing he said to us as we were signing our lease. So and
shout out to Isaac though too for being like he's a good landlord.
Shout out to Isaac. Hey, we got the babe mugs. Boys are back.
Shout out to Isaac and
Isaac the landlord.
Isaac the landlord and the acidics rocking it.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, listen. So you were gone. I was here.
Yep.
I was away for a minute. I went to Florida for a second. I was mostly here though, and I gotta tell you, dude. It's first of all, there's a piece to it, right? Like we haven't been alone a lot.
No, we haven't.
Right? So
the
is
only
nice.
time that we were really truly alone was when I first moved here and I had the rooms. That was the only time it was vacant.
That's right. And so it was great. I was in there. I was in your room. I was sleeping in your bed. I was trying on your hats, wearing your clothes, leaving your window open.
How do you feel about the? I got a 12-inch mattress cover on a 10-inch mattress, so I got 2 inches of loose cover.
It's crusty. It's like you're sleeping on a big diaper.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
No, but I've been waiting to return it, but you can't return it. But I meant get a new one. But
I've been waiting to put out blackout blinds for the last 2.5 months. They're actually sitting in a box on my floor, but we get around to things when we can.
What was the biggest whisper in your ear from the imp while I was gone?
Have another drink. There's no one around to hear you open it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Crack a can. Hey, go downstairs. Go to the bodega. It's 24 hours. Those beers are only $2. There's no one to judge you when they hear that door open at 3:30 in the morning.
Dan's not here, so Dan doesn't need to know. But you can go downstairs and get a little bit of that Coors Light glow.
No, Coors Original, baby.
Coors Banquet.
King cans, Coors cans the size of your fucking leg for $2, $2 which is about what, 260, 280, 280.
We're
The Canadian buck is hurt.
Well, speaking of drinking, Jared, it's okay. I had a couple drinks.
Danny
I had a couple drinks. Fell off that wagon during that Oilers run.
How long did you have?
How long was I non-drinking for? 2.5 years. Threw it all down the drain for Game 3.
Threw it all down the fucking drain for Game 3, where you guys got absolutely spanked.
No, not really. We came back. It was only a 3-2 loss, but I had drinks on Games 3, 6, and 7.
And you know what? A Stanley Cup run will do that to a man. You did good. 2 years. You had it. You were right there.
Well, what was happening, too, it was just such an electric vibe, and I told myself I was itching for a drink for a long time, right? And then when I was watching Our Lady Peace in the fan park and then 2 fighter jets flew over top, I was just like, you know what, man? I'm cracking a can. And
God, that's patriotic.
Yeah. And then so
What kind of beer did you have?
I broke my sobriety with the double Caesar. And then I
Interesting choice.
I broke it.
Interesting choice to break sobriety.
I broke it with the double Caesar, and then I had a Molson from the thing, but they both tasted like ass, to be honest. The alcohol, I didn't like the taste of it because I was drinking all these nice near beers and they were like refreshing, crisp, all this beautiful flavor. And then once I had like a beer of like with alcohol in it, the alcohol kind of like tainted the beer taste. But I thought it was just the tap, so I went 2 different taps.
I'm trying to think. I'm a guy, let's say, and boy, do we ever have to suspend reality for this one. I'm a guy who hasn't had a drink in 2 years, okay? And now I want to break my sobriety. I think I want straight fucking gasoline.
Well, I did.
I want some ethanol on there. First thing I do is probably a shot, like a hard fucking shot of tequila. Maybe a warm whiskey, something that you can really feel in your chest.
Yeah, you don't know though, right? Because if you have that straight shot, you never know if you're going to feed another one to a guy. So you got to kind of like...
You might get hogtied later.
Yeah, you got to like nurse it a little bit, right? So I did my beer, and then I did my Caesar, and then I said, oh, you know what? Oh, I haven't had a whiskey ginger in forever. So then I got on the whiskey gingers, and I had 2 of those. Those were kind of like whatever.
Is this all at the game?
This is all at the game, yeah. And
so
then
we're looking at $90. You're $120 now.
Well, I dropped $1,500 on the tickets.
But that's a piece of piss for a fucking Stanley Cup finals.
But then I'd probably say like all my money I was supposed to make in Alberta just didn't. That went to the Edmonton Oilers organization group. But I probably racked up like maybe a couple $100 at the game just on drinks. But my girl was covering some of it too. It was nice. But then I had.
But you didn't like it. You didn't really like it. You didn't have a good time.
Like, there was don't get me wrong, dude. There was one part where the liquor hit me and I went, ooh shit!
Yeah,
like you get into
I can do the jitterbug.
Yeah, man. You get into that vibe, but the taste was kind of rank, and then I was like, oh, I was starting to get like kind of like.
It's like akin, I think, to like not smoking cigarettes for a long time. That first cigarette that you would have back isn't the best cigarette.
Yeah, like it wasn't like. It wasn't like crazy or anything. I didn't get sloshed up because I wanted to keep it under wraps. But then I ended up like in Game 6 when I was in Calgary, I had a Guinness and a glass of wine, and then I went upstairs to my room, and then I went, you know what? No, I'm going back. And then I got into a good old couple bar chats with these dudes right at the thing, and then I slammed back about like 6, 7.
God, I'd love to see that.
Probably about like 8 drinks, and then I started exploring the hotel with these guys, going in behind like where the kitchen supplies are.
These like good old corn-fed Edmonton boys?
These guys are like, yeah.
Big wrists.
Yeah, thick fingers.
Like, thick fingers.
Thick fingers.
Fucking oil under
Buddy
the
had,
under
the
fingernails.
He was missing a couple teeth, and then he was just like one of those hard-working, like, yeah, I'm in for a work retreat. I own a couple, farming equipment things.
Isn't it kind of the type of place that you can literally call a man a pussy for having all of his teeth? What have you been doing?
A little bit,
that you got a full mouth.
Yeah, kind of. Then they'll be like, hey, yeah, I lost some of my teeth in your mother's pussy.
Exactly.
And then you'd be like, all right, it's fighting. But it was actually pretty fun. But then there was like a funny video where I found where I like, because I was scouring through all of my videos of the thing, and then I found one of just me like recording the floor and like half of this guy's like pant and like chest, and I did like a quick little face scan, and then they're like, what are we gonna get up to? What, you can do something? And then you just hear me go, oh shit, I don't know, I'm sure we could figure something out.
Back in the pocket.
Yeah, and then right there I'm like, all right, we should probably shut it down. You know
what, I like this a lot.
But it was good though, in a sense where like a lot of people would say like, oh, it was a relapse or whatever, if you want to call it a relapse. I don't know. Sure,
is it
whatever.
though? Because you made it was more like you. First of all, I think your
like I didn't
your
go to
sobriety
rehab.
was no, but your sobriety was more of just like a conscious decision where you're like, okay, I want to just clean things up here. It wasn't like life or death. It wasn't like you didn't get sober to fucking save your fucking job or save your life. Like you were just like, okay,
I'm a bit of a pig. To save my life.
You did fuck around a bit. Yeah. You did fuck up. Actually, you probably who knows where you would have been. Okay, so you relapsed. Yeah. You relapsed and
but I looked at it
not
as
a hard relapse.
No, it was like a soft one, and it was nice where it was like, okay, I know my limit, I can stay within it, but I also know that guy is still there. And so if I hit that point, I'm like, he will come out. again, the dude that's just like, I don't really care about anything. Let's just like the immediate, like, let's have fun now and worry about consequences later. Like that guy's still in there. But I also realized I do not enjoy the taste of alcohol, and I had this romantic fantasy with it where I'm like, oh man, I love it. It's going to be all great. And then once I had it, I was like, oh, it's not, I don't even like the taste of it. But then when I had a glass of wine, I was like, I still love the taste of wine.
Wine is nice.
Yeah.
Wine is nice.
So,
and I don't think you were pairing that with anything either, right? Not like a nice smoked Gouda or anything. You were just drinking straight.
Oh, I was pairing it with like beers, whiskey.
4 or 5 fingers of Merlot in a pint glass.
But it was funny though too, where it was like I had the one sip and then immediately smashed the 9 ounces, and my girl was like, "You're not supposed to slam wine." I was like, "I'll slam anything I want."
Oh, there he is. There's fucking devil horns come out.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it was a good learning experience, and that was like, we had fun. But I think that I will go back. Like, I now know I'll have alcohol again.
Okay.
In a sense where it's like, if I have a celebratory event, like I got to take a champagne flute, or like I have a drink here, like I'll go to maybe having a drink 1 to 2 times a year.
Sure makes me feel safe in this little apartment hearing you say that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I came back here 9 times being like, buddy, let's just crush some cans on the rooftop.
You've always found a way to bring it, to kind of shoehorn it into conversations, but I've had to be the one that's like, Danny, pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Because I need to pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Right? So I can't have you coming in here
it's a
throwing
trick.
gas on the fire.
It's a trick. I was seeing where you are mentally.
I mean, mentally, guess what? Because we got to do our check-in. We got to do our mental
let's do our
health check-in. But we just were doing. I was going to say we're blowing through the mental health check-in, but were we? I mean, that was a big part of it. Why don't you finish up? Because
okay.
that's where you're at. I mean, you were drinking.
I feel good. I felt like there was a nice sense of. I feel revitalized and refreshed to come in here, but I also feel like it's like, I don't know, I had like a weird sad moment, I guess, in Canada, where I was just like coming from America and then going back to Canada, watching Canadian comedy, as well as just being in there. And there was a sense of like, oh, okay, I'm not beyond it, but necessarily.
Oh, you're
like,
better than everyone back home.
But it's like an old.
Is that what you're saying?
No, everybody's equal, but I mean, I'm more skillful
Right
in
into
some
the mic,
situations.
Danny.
Yeah, there's some people that I'm extremely more better than.
No, that's good.
But it was like a sense of like, oh, okay, yeah, I know the next step is where I need to be. Like, I can't, like, this, it's not like, it's no longer there, you know, in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah, which was good. And then I felt, I don't know, I feel pretty good. I feel revitalized, like I'm ready to take on the city even more. And backs against the wall, buddy. We got to make some bucks.
So where's the brain at between 1 and 10 right now? 1 being the dumps.
I'd say I'm sitting at like a 7.5 to 7.8.
7, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm not too high. I'm not too low.
It's a good place to be.
There's some things in the backdrop right now that are kind of making me wonder about certain things. But besides that, I don't know. I think that's an everyday thing.
Good for you. 7-8's a good place to be, man. If you're humming at a 10, you're psychotic.
Yeah.
If you're at a 3 or a 4, you just
stay away from the toaster.
That's right.
How are you feeling, Jared?
Well, thanks. I don't know.
Well, that's a good place to be. If you do not know where you are, then you can find yourself.
It's been ebbs and flows and ups and downs. I've there's been some reality has set in. I think a little bit here. Like we've had that first getting in New York City. It's a fucking rush, and we put it on the whiteboard. Smile, we're in New York City, and that still applies. I try to remind myself every day that it's just I'm doing the thing, and it's fun and it's nice. But I catch myself every now and then, going not dark, but like, I'm just like thinking like, what the fuck is next? What's now? What is this?
Yeah,
Where am I?
I feel yeah.
I feel lost at times, but then also I think grateful still, and I think I'm gonna say I'm hovering at about a 6 right now, which is fine. I'm famously not a guy that gets too far above 7.
No,
okay?
I think I've only seen you have a couple of little like moments here. Of just normal like happiness flows through your body, and all you can do is shake it and
then I just crash after those happiness surges are like eating a box of cookies, dude. Because right when that passes through me, my body's just left shut.
Yeah. Looking for its next fix of happiness.
It's just looking. I'm on a constant hunt for dopamine hits, right? But
speaking of hits, how are you feeling on that vape?
The vape is interesting. You bring that up. I had a couple days.
Couple days where you're going in the store buying at one.
Couple days.
Couple days leads to a couple vapes, eh?
A couple of days. I have considered not smoking vape every single day. I had a couple little stretches where I went like a day and a half, 2 days, no vapes whatsoever. Didn't touch them. Just fucking filling my cheeks with zins like a chipmunk, though. Right?
Little nicotine chunk.
Yeah, but no, I had a couple stretches. I'm still, the vape still lingers, but I am absolutely consciously smoking less vape right now. I'm weaning, I think. I'm
good.
weaning. I think I was trying to go cold turkey. It wasn't working out.
We can't have you going
I've now
cold
started
turkey.
doing the thing where I'm like leaving the vape behind when I go out. You know what I mean? Like I'm not taking it with me to, like last night, you and I went to a show together. I didn't bring my vape. That's like a first where I'm doing that thing where it's just like, and it didn't really bother me. I ran back here and sucked on it before the lights were even on, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, but it's, it's a journey, it's a battle, just like this whole fucking thing we're doing here is a journey and it's a battle.
That's the thing too, man, where I notice I'm like, it's fucking so hard, dude. Like, you go back to Canada, you're just hitting dingers, you're like not even giving a fuck. You pull your dick out on stage if you want to, and people will
Shouldn't
be
do
like,
that.
no, I know, that's a metaphor, but like, you go and you just do whatever, and then you come here and you're like, whoa, this is a different league. It's a different thing. And it's like,
Well, you know what makes me laugh, but also gives me pause, Danny, is, I brought this up to you earlier about the, you always hear these stories, especially here in New York, right? About like the immigrant story about people coming here on like a fucking boat, dude, like fleeing a war-torn country.
they got a suitcase, 2 clothes, and a $20 bill.
They got a fucking bindle, just like a handkerchief on a stick. They got 4 coins in their pocket. They start cobbling shoes. And now they're living in fucking Midtown in a fucking penthouse, and their kids are going to Harvard. And then you and I came here 4 months ago with $25,000, and we're already fucked. Yeah. What the fuck did we do?
Times were different. It was a recession.
Sure were. Yeah,
it was a recession, inflation. Biden made this country go to shit.
Oh, I have to think there's something we're not.
Yeah, dude, it's like definitely crazy where you look at everything and then it's just like you're like, my God. But I still feel like that American dream is still possible.
Bit of a nightmare,
and we can do it. And it's I watched this thing and it says, man, America is still the land of opportunity. So if opportunity comes your way, then you gotta just seize it.
Danny, well said.
Thank you. And the thing is though, bro, it's like, yeah, sure. That $25,000 feels like $20.
Well, yeah, it basically is, but I think maybe we just don't have that I don't know what it is, man, but also, first of all, let me just say it for you to hear it and for me to hear it. We're going to be fine.
We are, yeah. As you
whisper.
Let
me hear.
No, we're going to be fine no matter what because we're go-getters and we're doers, but it's also like a funny thing where it's just like we pick, like...
Kinda.
Well, and it's like our job is like the laziest thing in the sense where it's just like, okay, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people get into comedy because they don't want a real job.
If you want to be successful in comedy, the way that this industry works now is you have to treat it like a full-time job, and you have to be fucking doing shit all day and pumping shit out and being creative in several different capacities with several different outlets, and you really
you're no longer a stand-up comic. You're a stand-up
You're
comic.
not just
you're
this guy.
Editor. You're a filmmaker.
Exactly.
You're a fucking script writer. You're a thing.
It used to be. I mean, it was this when we got into it, and this is all we ever wanted it to be, was you go out, you fucking do your 20 minutes, you do your 45, you do your hour, you get fucking pinned, you sleep till 3 in the afternoon, you rinse and you repeat, and that's it, and you die miserable and you die broke, and god damn it, that's what we got into this game for.
He was a Canadian legend, road dog, son of a bitch, his headshots and everywhere.
Yeah, now you gotta really, take care of your shit, and
but
you gotta lock it in. No, it's good, but
that's okay.
No,
I feel like we can still do that. And when I fly in, every time I leave and I fly in and I see the Statue of Liberty, I see Manhattan, I see everything, and I say, fucking, I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it. And we're in the mix with all these people, man. We're hanging out. We're the lowest rung on the totem pole here, but it's great because it's like we're hanging out with people that are successful. And it's like, it's almost that same old saying in the jazz band where if you're the best player in your jazz band, you got to leave, right? So I enjoy being like, kind of a little fish right now in a big pond, but it's also like we got the chops, we have everything, we just have to execute and fucking execute. That's all you really got to do.
Statue of Liberty,
like a seal, bro. You hear that 3 times, execute, and just fucking get it. Breach the door, go in, clear rooms, fucking. You got some lady. screaming. You don't shoot the child and the lady. Pop, pop, pop. And then there's a male of age. And you just fucking go.
Yeah.
I'm watching a lot of movies.
Nice.
A lot of war movies.
Yeah. Well, those get the blood pumping though, don't they?
They do.
Stiff the old dick up. I got an
Sometimes,
idea. Dude, I got an idea.
Sometimes I'll watch like movies on like a plane, and then people will like see me like amped up into it, and then when you like catch someone
Like
and they're
stimming and gripping the seat.
yeah, and they're like looking at the movie you're watching, and it's like an intense part. Like it's two types where you feel kind of embarrassed. One's like where it's a sex scene, and you're like, oh, and then the person's like looking at it. But the other one's like a crazy. I like doing it where it's a crazy like war scene or shoot up scene or something, and someone's watching it, and then you like look at them, you go, I got you if anything happens, and then you go back, and then you go back to like watching their phone. And then they either go like, oh, okay, or they're like, what's gonna happen?
There's nothing better than when Mark Wahlberg and Ernest said, if I was on the plane, 9/11 wouldn't have happened.
Like Ernest, scared stupid Ernest.
No, like he was being sincere. Is that what you think I was saying?
I thought you said Mark Wahlberg and
He said it in earnest.
Oh, I thought you
Like
were like
he was-
Mark Wahlberg and Ernest.
That
said
got
if
you
they were
going.
on the
I know
plane.
your brain was on movies. You're like, Ernest goes to camp? Like, yeah, there's a bunch of them, Danny, and they're all very
Ernest
funny.
is in the plane and a terrorist comes and he just starts squirting milk at him like this. Like
oh,
the
dude, Ernest
Gremlins.
on the plane would have been a good one, right? With all the terrorists here. What was it?
Okay then. When the guy's like, everybody gets such a hijack. Hijack. I think his name's Jack. No, Ernest, he has an AK. Well,
Ernest-
I didn't know we can bring guns on a plane.
Ernest Saves America.
Okay. Looks like this is a job for Ernest.
No, Mark Wahlberg said something along the lines of being dead serious, where he's like, if I was on that plane, it wouldn't have happened. And it's like, part of me is like, shut the fuck up. And then another part of me is like, kind of believe you, dude.
Hell yeah, man.
I get some. Okay, hold on, man. Because I've seen his schedule. I've seen the whole fucking thing. Mark Wahlberg's whole thing is that the 4 a.m. club, right? He goes to the gym at 4 in the morning, and if you see his schedule, I think he wakes up at like 3:30. He does prayer at 3:45 to 4, which I guess is like the equivalent for somebody else would be like meditation, right? Like his is prayer.
That'd be so
like
funny.
every Sunday, he posts a video. He goes, "Yo, happy Sunday, everybody. Stay prayed up."
Yeah,
And I send it to you every Sunday.
it'd be so funny though if that's what he does, and the guy's like screaming or whatever, and Mark Wahlberg goes, "Not on my damn watch. Stay prayed up." And then he
What if
like,
though?
goes-
But then, dude, it's funny because though. So listen, he does that. Like he says, he does the prayer. He does the prayer. Then goes to the gym at 4 a.m. Just crushes, like just fucking blows his quads up at 4 and then apparently he plays 18 holes of golf every single day.
Really?
Every single day. But dude, he says he runs it. Like so, I think he says he plays 18 holes. I could be wrong in the start, but I'm pretty sure he says he plays 18 holes in 90 minutes. And now there's a couple factors here. I guess he's claiming too he's first guy at the golf course, right? He's done his fucking workout at 5 in the morning, right? So he's waking up the fucking the starter.
Yeah.
But he claims he plays in 90 minutes. So the average round of golf, a fast round of 18 holes would be like 3.5 hours. That's fast.
He's probably
Right?
like, who
So-
cares, Donnie?
He did
pack
4
it."
hours. Dude, this guy's
And
claiming that
dropping
he
balls
runs
and just hitting
like
it?
everything this guy does is at such an insufferable intensity where it's just like, all right, relax. Like imagine you're on the golf course, the guy just passes you. Can I play through? And he just fucking runs by you. And it's just, and like what happens? If he sprays the ball into the forest, you don't have time to go look. Is he just fucking straight? Is he just
straight.
pickling him down the fairway I don't fucking believe that. If this guy fucking hits something fat and it goes and rolls into the woods, he ain't going to look for it, is he?
He's probably sitting there like that. What do you think? 200 yards? Yeah, it's 200 yards.
Yeah,
And
he's
then he
taking a
throws
free
another
drop.
ball.
Sounds like this motherfucker plays with pocket balls, dude. When he's just dropping them out of his goddamn pocket. But whatever it takes, man. He's playing those 18 holes, and then he's going and like promoting his tequila for the rest of the day. And then he goes to a movie set and he shoots it. But wouldn't it be funny if he was just faking all this shit, where it's like all this like 4 a.m. shit? He's actually filming it at like around dusk, so it just looks like it's early in the morning, but it's like actually 8:30 p.m. It's just getting started.
Yeah.
Just getting to the gym.
We got to clear the gym here. Mark Wahlberg's
Pretty awesome,
coming
though.
through.
It's pretty awesome.
What day? He goes to bed at like 8, though.
You have to. If you're waking up at 3, but again, how, dude? How does that actually work? Look at his fucking social media. Look what this guy does. He's out somewhere
Well, he
every
has a
day.
team.
Of course he has a fucking team. He's got a major team. But if he's filming movies, playing all this golf, working out at 4, you can't actually make it to bed at 8 p.m. every night. And of course it's not 100% that he's getting to bed at that time every night. But whatever this guy's doing, whether it's all true or not, it's psychotic.
I think he might change it.
And I respect
He might
it.
change it in an aspect of like if he's filming something and it's a time sensitive shot where they have to have it, then maybe okay he'll change his schedule. But I believe that he does it. I like to believe everybody does what they do.
I like to believe everything anyone's ever told me. Did you just break the couch?
Yeah,
It's okay.
That was a little crack.
I think I got an idea, dude. I got a little thought, something that could get us out of this fucking dump.
Lay it on me. What do we got? And this isn't really a dump. It's more of just a slump.
I love it here.
What do you got?
I got something that can get us out of here. We're worried, about fucking where we're gonna be in 5-6 months. What do you need when you need money, when you're in a pinch where you need a product, you need something that somebody else wants, right?
Okay,
You need
all right.
something
You're
can
pitching
sell.
a product now?
Well, I'm gonna pitch you an idea.
Okay.
AI is taking over the world.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there's this thing though. Now they have all these AI checkers and everything, right? Because a lot of you get the biggest fucking dork in class, or the biggest dolt in class, the dumbest fucking
What's
kid.
a dolt?
A
Female
dolt is
dork?
stupid.
Is that what it is? Is that a fucking
I
gender?
think a dolt is like
is
an
that
idiot.
A gender neutral.
No, 'cause
gender
I wanna say-
neutral is fucking dorks.
I think it is.
It's what is it? A progressive way to say
It's a progressive dork.
You
That's
dolt.
funny. No, dolt I think is an idiot moron.
Dolt sounds like a gender neutral one.
A Danny.
Like dork is like dudes, and then like
Dweeb is like a small dork.
dweeb's the sissy version of a dork.
Dweeb is a dork with a hefty peanut allergy.
Yeah. Then what's a dolt?
A dolt I think is an idiot. Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah.
You don't fucking... All right.
Dolt sounds like a
Here we go. Dolt.
Dolt sounds like one of those kids that like you came to your school and he was like the one that
Dolt. A stupid person. Noun. A stupid person. Use it in a sentence. Danny is a dolt.
Well, if you ask me, I think I'm a babe.
Hey, have a sip of the babe mug. Okay, my idea.
Okay, but anyways, well, that's the word of the day, dolt.
Dolt. Dolt 45. I thought you were gonna. Your brain was spinning.
I was gonna say
I couldn't.
Dolt got a jolt of electricity over there, and then it's the new electrician, the apprentice, and he's like, "Oh man, I just don't know where the breaker is." Look at that dolt getting a jolt.
Okay.
Well, dolt jolt is a fucking dumb electrician. Jolt. Look at that
Jolt
fucking idiot over there. Dolt jolt.
His name's Joel. Joel the Dolt.
He didn't even fix the breaker. He didn't
I don't know
even
what the
turn the
fuck.
current off, and he's trying to stick it for oh, I don't know, man.
Okay, listen. I think this is a big idea.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, so AI is taking over the world.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
it's everywhere. So now you got what I was saying is the big thing, like ChatGPT, right? And you have these dolts who will like have ChatGPT write them an essay, and they hand it in to their teacher. Their teacher's like, "You didn't fucking write this.
Yeah.
I know what you can do. You can trace your fucking hand and make it look like a turkey, but you can't hand in a thesis on climate change."
Yeah.
Right? So what about AI? But what about a rural... Now, forgive me, Danny, because this will be the dumbest thing I've ever said.
Okay, I'm
It's
waiting
like a
for it.
rural Canadian AI called AI.
But it's spelled
EHI. AI. And it just fucking turns whatever you say, it gives you the right information, but it comes like it was delivered by like a fucking mechanic or a lumberyard employee, right? So you can be like, "Yo, AI, write me a thesis on climate change." And it's like, "Sure, bud. So fucking all the dump trucks and fucking Sea-Doos and snowmobiles or whatever are just pumping out these fucking emissions that are just
But
put
it's
a
not smart though.
that
It's just,
just-
how he comes out.
body. They're just
Okay,
pumping
so-
out these emissions that have put a fucking gaper in the ozone, right? So it's like, no, the information is correct, but it's coming out like it's somebody
Yeah.
hanging out in a fucking garage in southern Ontario,
I
you know? And then so when you hand that shit in, you didn't do any work. You didn't have to fucking write that fucking thesis. But then the teacher looks at you like, "This was written by Kent.
Yeah.
Kent wrote this. This is impressive because it's accurate, but fuck does it sound bad?
Yeah, it can. So it says here that your
AI.
O2 emissions are because of your dad and uncle's snowmobile. That's why your family should be only limited to one.
It's like Siri. You know when Siri goes, okay, here's what I found. It always goes, yeah, sure, bud.
Yeah.
And then it just fires
Yeah.
up.
That'd also be funny for like a phone though too, where you're like, hey bud, hey bud, what's the temperature? Oh, nothing but sunny out here, buddy. Better bring those pits and put them on, because let me tell you, she's shining bright.
What's the weather today? Raining fucking cats and dogs, bud.
Yeah. Oh, it's a stay inside day if you had to pick.
She's going to be fucking coming down, but it's okay because we needed this one.
It's got 40% precipitation, but don't you know that 40% is only covering 40% of the map there? But I'm sure if you
Yeah,
get
AI.
at it.
AI, it's like, instead of asking Siri what the weather, hey, Bruce, what's the fucking weather today?
Yeah. Oh, she's snowing out there.
Hey,
That's what it stops at.
Bruce, what's the traffic like on the 400? Oh, it's a fucking dog's breakfast out there today, bud. You're going to want to get an early start.
I got a crash on the QE2 there. You should stay right, but fucking just petted her down the QE2A.
You're going to want to hammer a Larry Donaldson when you get down to the end of the turnpike there, bud.
Yeah.
AI.
AI.
EHI. It's a fucking game changer. That's the only
your friendly intelligence.
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah,
Your
Bruce.
friendly intelligence. Your bud.
Yeah.
It's your artificial intelligence,
Hey,
bud.
Bruce, can you tell me something interesting facts about cheetahs? Oh, yeah, I got that one lined right up for you. Did you know they're the only ones in the feline family without retractable claws?
You're talking about those fucking big ones? Yeah, here we go, bud. So,
Everybody thinks a cheetah's a leopard till it runs. Cheetahs ain't climbing trees, but oh my God, will they run by you with a quick cold summer's breeze?
Bruce, is it a full moon on the 30th this month? Does a duck's dick drag weeds? Yeah, it's a full blood moon, bud.
Yeah. Hey, Bruce, is it a full moon out today? Use your eyes, not your mouth.
Okay,
Thanks, Bruce.
Bruce.
Fuck off.
Night, Bruce. Fuck off.
Fuck off. Just kidding, night boys.
Good morning, Bruce. Let's get at her.
Yeah. Bruce, how much coffee should I have? Just enough so you don't shit through a fucking screen door. How about that?
Gets passive with you. Bruce gets passive. Don't you know? Yeah, so that's my big idea.
I like that. Let's make it.
I think there's some meat there.
And then it could be one of those like ones you see on TikTok or Instagram where it's like where it tells you the story and then it always starts with a loon. There's 16 million people on Earth and 14 of them never ever find love. You might be one of the 14. There's an old Chinese tale that says when two lovers meet that they'll always kind of be together until they're not.
Okay, good night, Bruce. Fuck
off.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. I think there's something there, and I think we're going to figure that out. We just need the right people, man. We need the right minds.
we
need the right minds.
AI.
So we did. I mean, look, that's Canadian AI. We just had our first. We had our first time, Danny.
You're the first American.
We had our first July 4th while living in the United States of America, and boy, was it.
It was very.
No, it was fun. We had a good time.
It was a good time, but let me tell you, it was a lot less loud than Puerto Rico Day.
Nothing will ever compare to Puerto Rican Day.
Nothing will ever come to Puerto Rico Day. That was like we got to see a lot of fireworks. The thing that I liked too about New York at 4th of July is that they just set up fireworks wherever. Like around a corner of a bodega, you got guys shooting 8-shot cannons in the air, and then like random things. It's like. I don't know.
I know, but people kept asking us too. We're like, well, how's your first 4th of July here? We're like, I mean, it's good, it's fine. It's the same as Canada Day, like in the sense that it's fireworks, it's people getting drunk, it's people barbecuing.
Yeah.
Nothing's as American as like, or nothing.
Sure,
nothing does their country like America does America, though. I mean, like they love it.
That's the thing
here.
I love.
And it was cool, man. Fireworks were great.
A free range like American, all I wanted to see was some fireworks, a barbecue, and then someone saying America, and I got to see all three of
You
it.
got all of them?
Yeah, I got to see. It's like sometimes when you're in New York, you don't know how patriotic this place is, especially when you're in Bushwick because everybody wants to be a protester. But then it's like you see it like, you know, like I'm sure if we were in Texas or like Nashville, like or Tennessee or some kind of crazy thing, or like we'd have like more like in your face Americans. But it was also like nice just to see like people like sporting America.
It was
and
nice
being
to be
proud of it.
just in a part of the city where you can see the Macy's fireworks just obstructed by almost every building in
Yeah.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
But and you know what? I gotta say, it's kind of like fireworks don't have the same effect when you live in a neighborhood like we do, where there's kids shooting fucking bottle rockets at each other at 4 in the morning, 7 nights a fucking week. I have never been more like they don't. I don't even notice a firework anymore because we're surrounded by it's fucking Baghdad out there. Dude.
Yeah,
like
well,
it sounds crazy. In
It's
this
like, yeah,
neighborhood.
you're walking and you hear fireworks or you hear gunshots or you don't.
We don't know what they are.
We don't know. They're just loud pops, whether a car's driving over a water bottle or some shit. But it's like that's the thing. It's like there's so much sense. Like,
Did someone just back over a juice box, or is someone dead?
Yeah, or did someone shoot a guy named Juice Box?
At the end of the day, though, July 4th, Canada Day, we're all colonizers. We all took this fucking land, and we're doing whatever the fuck we want with it. Dude, we're all doing land acknowledgments. We see land acknowledgments all the time before comedy shows, and I always find that part particularly probably insulting is because they'll come out, someone will do a very sincere land acknowledgement.
We'd like to thank the indigenous people that were
Right.
on this land before us. And
Right.
This is a land of many things that have been dancing, laughing, and cracking jokes since time
And
immemorial.
then they go, and then they go, and here's your first comic. And he comes up, he's like, ever seen your dad's dick in the shower? Like, oh, this is what we're doing with it?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is what we've done with your land.
My people's land, so he could talk about his father's penis.
It's not good.
I don't even like
not
this
good.
guy up there. He's a wee nuck himself.
Oh, God. All right.
Well, that's what it is, man. It's fucking just, I don't know. I think it's a beautiful thing. I love watching Chief Willie Treaty 6 territory before every
Edmonton Oilers game.
For every Oilers.
But he
Edmonton
gets you guys
boys.
fired up.
He
comes like-
does, man. Chief Willie, man, he's the best. People in Turtle Island, man. But I don't know. I like indigenous culture. I feel like, you know, what the white people did was kind of savage, but I think that's history and that's human being and that's species. That's no matter what. You'll always have something take the
Bruce,
thing.
what did the white man do to the indigenous population?
Oh, fuck. What year are we talking?
1942.
1942. And then I got it my eyes roll back. Like I'm in A.
No, I meant to say 1862. Is that when Canada was formed? We talked about this the other day.
Well, I mean,
1862.
to really bring a note to it, I guess at this time they were probably creating beavers and trying to erase the savageness of the indigenous population by putting them in Christian schools.
You should know that he put up air quotes if you're listening to this when you said savageness.
yeah, savageness, and take that away, but then also while asserting a dominion for the queen.
Oh, the queen, that old trout.
That old
Well, she's
trout.
dead, so when do we stop putting her on our money?
Never, man. Queen Lizzie, bro. Always put
Queen
'em on
Lizzo. That's my queen.
there. Queen Lizzo. Yeah. I was thinking about it too, where it was just
That's
like,
only for the big bills, though.
Well,
Help!
I like how every girl goes, oh yeah, short king, short. Like I was thinking about this, where they say like short king, and then but you're still insulting a man's height, but it's just like you can't always be like, oh look at this big queen, look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, Daddy's shutting down.
Look at this. Look at this round empress.
Dude. Before we get out of here, I almost lost my eye this week. I thought, remember,
You shut down, buddy.
I had a
You
bad fucking day. I had to miss a show I really wanted to do. Danny and I went on a little adventure. He had to go to the bank to transfer the rest of his money from Canada into the United States. Watch it just evaporate.
Now I have zero Canadian dollar. But
So it's he was doing that, and we just literally turned a corner, got hit with some wind, something flew in my fucking eye.
Wind
Some new
glass.
dude. The dust has knives out here, dude. Like this
Knife
is a
dust,
dangerous
knife
neighborhood,
dust.
dangerous fucking neighborhood. Something went in my eye, and right away I was like,
microscopic shuriken.
But do you
to the
remember?
island.
Do you like after we went into a store? I was like, "Fuck, Danny!" I'm like, "There's something in here," but I'm like, "It's different." Like, because it was like, I'm like, I really can't like open my eye right now. And then I went to get it out, I was like looking in the, I want to say it was a mirror, but it was just a
This is
display
what you-
case full of bongs.
This is what you actually did. You go, Danny, is there something in my eye? And then you like pulled out your eyelid like this, and like I'm gonna be able to look in there. and do that.
Take the shot. So I no, but I went and I rubbed it, and I ended up turns out I cut my fucking eyeball for that's what ended up happening because I couldn't open my eye. We tried to go to the gym. I had to bail out on the gym. Had to bail out on the show. I was literally like incapacitated in fucking bed with an ice pack on my face. I couldn't open my
felt
fucking
like
eye.
a
But
mother.
that's when I really realized raw dog in this place without health insurance, New York City, America. I was like, dude, I'm gonna lose this fucking eye before I go and spend $2,500 to get this checked out at the doctors.
now you're just walking around like.
And I ended up being fine, but I was willing to lose it all.
Like Nick Fury, like that's what you're looking with the eye patch and the salt and pepper on the side. and
Oh,
you're like,
that'd be sick.
I'm not going back to Canada. I refuse to go back there for health care. And I got to stay in America, but I also refuse to pay for American health care. So I just settled with getting an eye patch, and next thing you know, one eye's closed and one eye's open, but at least I'm still here with my eye patch. I got a couple bucks from doing a little bit of a child's fair. I dress up as a pirate, Captain Jack Sparrow-esque a little bit.
The reenactment money.
Yeah, but and I'm also doing reenactments of the Civil War too as well. I pretended I got shot in the eye with a musket, but the propulsion of the pellet didn't really protrude the back of my skull, so it's still in there. But at the end of the day, I'm doing a little bit of theater. You know, I'm in a little bit of a 1-2 for the theater. Some days I'm wear a red coat, and other days I'm a blue coat. But at the end of the day, I just have one eye, and I have to be able to do everything I can to maximize the profits of my. I'm sorry, you're talking to me. I could only see.
I've been waving over here and telling you to stop.
I only got one eye, and when the character comes,
Oh.
I have to let him do his whole monologue, or else he'll be in my head forever.
You keep joking, man. We are going to be down at the pier soon enough, dressed
Yeah,
up
man,
as fucking
selling
clowns.
fucking shellfish.
Doing,
That's what we're gonna do.
Selling seashells by the seashore.
Fucking Peter Pecker's pecker, and now he's got some fucking
Johnny
peppers.
Appleseed.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My name's James, and I got a giant peach. You want to ride it? $15 for a picture, 20 to touch it.
You're like, why would I take a picture with you? Who the fuck are you? Get away from my kids.
Well, I'm One-Eye Sam, damn it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, dude. We got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We got to go. We got shit to do. We got a pork. Oh, my God. We got a pork loin in the fucking
Oh, I thought you were
oven.
gonna say we're gonna pork something.
We got a pork loin in the oven that I have forgotten about. We got to set our intentions and get going, man. I'll start. I've been in terms of the mental health. I told you I'm sitting at a 6. I've been coming back though a bit. I'm reading again every morning.
Mm-hmm. You
That's
are.
something I always want to. That's what I love. I fell in love with reading during COVID. Like every day, that's how I'd start my day. I wake up, I have 2 cups of coffee. I read for like anywhere from a half an hour to an hour. I'm doing that again, so that feels good. I think that's a good, healthy way to start your day. So I like that. That's a thing that I intend to keep doing this week. We got a little bit of work coming up this week. We're going to be helping a friend move. So we'll talk about that next week. We're doing it for 4 straight days. It's going to be a whole thing. I intend, though, to read in the morning. I intend to work on some new material. We actually have some shit coming down the pipe that we're going to be working on, which I think is going to be fun and exciting. So I intend to stay focused. I'm staying off the drink this week. I'm staying off the drink, and I think by staying off the drink, it's going to help me stay off the vapes. So I intend to really have a healthy, effective week this week, and I want to continue my reading and my writing. I've started writing with a pen again in a pad rather than just on my laptop where I always just end up looking up fucking sports shit.
Sports highlights. That's good intention.
Thanks.
I intend to. I'm gonna come in, not all the days, but a couple days of the week. I'll come in and read beside you, have a little coffee. I intend to get up at a reasonable time now. I've been always getting up around like 10. I want to start getting up around 9, maybe even 8:30, just to program myself into a sense of like drive. I'm going to hang out at the clubs more. opposed to just going to the ones that we know and the spots that we have. I'm going to do that. And then I'm really going to cut out the excess stress that is involved around our ability to succeed. So I'm going to really stay protective of my energies and my stress levels to keep them down, and anything
Keep those crystals in your pocket.
and anything that kind of like comes in my way that I don't need or isn't really a factor to success, I'm going to get rid of.
Okay, push aside the shit that doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
All right, I love it. That's good. Stay fucking. We gotta stay healthy, baby.
Stay healthy. Stay happy. Stay positive.
Stay kind.
Stay kind.
Be kind.
Not only to others, but to yourself.
We're
always
must.
out there trying to be kind to others, but we beat ourselves up, and no longer shall we beat ourselves up. Go out there, be productive people. Thank you for listening to the podcast.
A dude's best buddy is the dude himself.
Yeah.
Or
So you look-
herself.
and her
or
yourself.
themselves.
You look
that's
inside
it.
that mirror and you tell yourself you're beautiful, you're great, you're awesome. You'll be able to maximize whatever the day gives you. And most importantly, thanks. It's good to be back.
Thanks. Good night, Bruce.
Yeah.
So we're
Fuck
gonna
off.
fuck. No, I want to say thank you first of all to the people that have been watching this podcast, to all 11 of you that have enjoyed it,
And the people that are commenting and that are
Those are the
they're
11.
fans,
Those are the
man.
11
Thank
people.
you to the 11.
Big 11. But guys, keep fucking listening. Keep subscribing. Share it. Fucking. We're on everything now. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
Share
YouTube.
it, like
we're
it,
there.
comment, be engaged, have some fun, subscribe.
Shoot us a comment. We don't care if it's negative. Fucking let us know.
Let us know if
have
this
it, man.
episode sucked. If you're not happy in this relationship with the dudes and the buddies, let us know.
Have the balls to look us in the fucking eyes when you break up with us, though.
yeah,
Okay.
and say that
Through the internet.
it's not working, and I don't want this in my
If you
life.
hated this week's episode, please comment "It's not working" and then kindly unsubscribe. But don't do it. Guys,
do
God
that.
bless you. God bless
Bless you,
America.
America.
Good night.
Later.